Hey guys, we are back with some more New York Islanders franchise mode, and in this one we're going to continue the simulation, but before we get started, we're going to edit the lines a little bit here, as we don't have a number 2 center, but, a true number 2 center, but who we do have is Andreas Mueller, who can play center fairly well, as if you take a look at his past face-off history, he's 55% so far this year, so I want to try him at center. See if we get another elite center on the second line. Maybe that gets Strike going, and Ho-Sang as well. You never know. So we're not going to be making any trades for right now, and we're going to try Czak on the first line to replace Mueller there for right now. Everything else stayed the same 5-on-5 wise. As for the most part, I think the second line is what was hurting us the most. So we're going to try Mueller there. And then special teams wise, didn't change anything on the power play because the power play is at 25% nearly. So that's great. But the issue, special teams-wise, was the penalty kill, because we were at a 79% right now. So I decided to take Mueller off and put Ho-Sang on, because Mueller had a pretty bad ratio of giveaways to takeaways. I believe it was 18-8. Ho-Sang only has 13-19 for giveaways to takeaways. So maybe he'll do something better for the penalty kill than Andreas Mueller could. He's not physical, but the key thing is that he doesn't give away the puck. So we're going to try Barzal and Ho-Sang together on the first line penalty kill with Riley and Durrett. And then I moved Ottoson down to the second line because he's the physical presence. And I didn't want to have Durrett and Ottoson on the same line because Durrett is the physical presence there and then Ottoson here. So if they're both on the same line, then that's all the physicality on one penalty kill unit. And that might be part of what's contributing to the fact that we only have a 79% on the penalty kill right now, so I wanted to make sure there was at least one physical guy on each unit. So that is the case right here. And actually, we're going to, instead of Commodore, put Ottoson as the center on the 3-man penalty kill. It doesn't look, yeah, he's not too great at face-offs, but we'll try it out anyway because the penalty kill hasn't worked out too much for us at all recently anyway. So that is about it in terms of changes. Penalty kill and the second line is where we were really struggling. So we made changes, and now let's see if those changes work. So let's get right to the simulation here. I want to go at least 2 months, presuming all these changes work. If not, then we're going to have some more issues to figure out. So here we go. Start of the month against Washington. Let's see what we can do. Come on, boys. Central Scouting. We'll check that later. And we have a 3-2 win. All right, there you go. Ray Chung has been injured with a mild concussion. I'll just replace player for right now. All right, come on, Toronto. Let's get something going. There you go. 6-5 win. Shootout loss against St. Louis. Okay. So we got a point out of that. It was against a Western Conference team too, so not too concerning. But we do need to win as many games as possible here after the slow start that we've had. So let's put... who was just injured? Chung, right. So I'll take out Kempney here because he is actually the only veteran defenseman here. Everyone else is a prospect who's currently in. So that'll get, I guess, Peterson up here, and then I'll put Chung where Enroth is. Alright, there you go. Let's get back to simulating. Game against Anaheim. 4-3 win. There you go. Tim Czak is fully healed. I don't recall ever taking him out of the lineup, so let's just continue. Overtime loss against Arizona. 2-1 win against LA. So over basically this entire month so far, we have not lost a game in regulation. So that is very good. A lot of improvement so far. There's your first loss in regulation, as I say it. But hopefully we don't see a pattern here. As there you go. There's a 6-5 overtime win. So got 2 points there. Against a division rival as well. Ray Chung is back. I thought I just put him back in, but okay. 4-1 loss against New Jersey. Not too big of a deal if we don't, again, continue a pattern here, which hopefully isn't about to happen. Rabbit and Yahar for Dumoulin, second and a third. Decline for right now. Montreal, 2-1 win. Buffalo, oh man, they're insane. If we could beat them, that'd be great. Yes! 5-4 win against the Buffalo Sabres, who have a great record right now. Keep it going, boys. And Tim Czak is injured with an injured knee. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to have to break up this top 6 here. I'm not putting Mueller back in because that... Yeah, yep. Mueller is exactly what this second line needed. Yep. Stride's going now. 20 goals. 20 goals. I don't remember how much he started this video with, but he's on pace for a 40-goal season once again. And he was definitely not on pace for that at the end of the last video. So, yeah, we're going to put Ragnarsson up here. And then we'll put Pekka on the third line. And then I suppose Bastian will have to go in here for right now. There you go. Special teams power play. So Cizek was right here. That's unfortunate. The power play is really good. So we're going to have to get Cizek back in there as soon as possible. Let's see. Wild, Riley, Butcher. I'll get Severson in there. He's pretty good on the power play. I just wanted to get Cizek some power play time as well. And was he anywhere else? I don't think so. No. He was not anywhere else. Okay, so Oda's actually in there. And he's an 82. So funny thing is that he's a starting goaltender as well. But Hutchinson at the moment is the man, as he is an 85 overall. So, yeah, let's continue the simulation and hope for the best. And there you go, 5-2 win against the Minnesota Wild. We have definitely picked it up here with those changes. Mueller was exactly what that second line needed. Let's check out the stats really quick. I'm not going to go in depth with them. We'll just check out the points and goals and all that. All right, so Barzal with 38 points, Wallstrom with 37, 21 goals, Streit with 32, 20 goals, Mueller with 29, Cizek 23, Ragnarsson 22, Hosang 20, Commodore 20, Riley 17, Ottoson 14, Severson 14, Pouliot 11, Butcher 10, Pekka 9, Wild 9, Hines 8, Montour with 6, Durett with 5, Bastian with nothing in 3 games, and Walfordson with nothing in 3 games. Let's check goaltenders. And Hutchinson has a 902. Oda with a 915 save percentage in 8 games. And Hutchinson also has 3 shutouts. So, not too shabby. Especially for this past month. I mean, we dropped what? 1 game in regulation? Not bad at all. As we take a look back. So far this video, win, win, shootout loss, win, overtime loss, win, regulation loss, win, loss, so 2 regulation losses, win, 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 win. Let's just keep it going. I'm not changing a thing right now. This group, for the most part, is clicking. So let's keep it going. Game against Pittsburgh. And that will be a shootout loss. Okay, got points. Got points. Every point matters right now. Anaheim, 3-2 loss. Okay, don't continue a pattern here. Get a win now here against Nashville. Cizek is back. He's key to getting wins. So let's get him back in there in favor of Bastian. All right, back to simulation. Nashville, shootout win. All right, there you go. We're going to a lot of shootouts here. But as long as we're winning them, I'm all right with that. There you go, 3-1 win against the Philadelphia Flyers. Colorado, they're pretty bad. There you go, 5-1 win. And Carolina, they're very good. If we could beat them, that would be great. No, a 5-2 loss against them, that was kind of expected, to be honest. There is our first 2-game losing streak, I believe, in regulation anyway. Oh man, 3-game losing streak now. Since a while ago. It's been over a month since that happened. Detroit, maybe a win here. That'd be great. Replace player. That'd be great. Nope. 4-game losing streak. Okay. So we'll view the draft class here after the month has ended, but 4-game losing streak. Not too favorable. Especially after the start we had. We're currently in a playoff position. Second wild card, though. 52 points. Luckily, Philly, the Rangers, and the Capitals aren't anywhere near us. But the Senators and the Panthers are. So we cannot afford to drop too many more here. Let's take a look. See what we need to do here. Maybe we could switch up Ottoson and Cizek to get some physicality on that first line. Yeah, we'll put Cizek on the third line. How's Cizek compared to Commodore in terms of face-offs? See which one of these guys should be taking them. I think Commodore's better. Yeah, Commodore is a 57.59. It paid off leaving him at center, man. He's excellent at face-offs now. Yeah, definitely Commodore. And then Ragnarsson as well. Pekka and Pouliot, Hines. Yeah, okay. So that's, I think, the only change I want to make there, unless I want to get Severson and Butcher back together. I mean, ever since Severson has been playing on a pairing with Wild, Severson's been better in terms of his plus minus. He's now at a minus, well, even. But that's not necessarily, oh man, Butcher's -9 now, even with Montour. And then Duret's a -3, Riley's -5. I'm not going to look too much at the plus minus. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. But what I will look at is our special teams. I'm going to see if the penalty kill has improved at all. I would imagine it has, because we won quite a few games there, but after a 4-game losing streak, you start to look at things again. So goals for per game, we are currently 3rd in the division. Goals against per game, I believe that was a lot higher last we checked. So 3.08, still does not look good by any means, but I'm pretty sure it's better than last time. Power play, yep, still clicking, 24.2%, 2nd in the division. Penalty kill hasn't really gotten much better, 79.7, so it's stayed consistent at very least, but would like to see some more improvement there. Home, we're 9-12-2. Away, we're 14-7-4. So a lot better on the road are your New York Islanders. And then the last 10, 4-5-1. So what to do here? We're more than halfway through the season, but we still don't have an exact winning recipe. You know what? I'm not going to make any more changes besides what we have already done, because that could have very well just been a rough patch. Every team, no matter how good they are, I've said it in the past, I'll say it again, every team, no matter how good they are going to have a rough patch like that during the season. It's just that we kind of already had an extended rough patch in the beginning of the season, so as a result, this rough patch looks a little bit worse than it normally would, right? But for the previous 5 weeks before that, we were playing fantastic hockey, so I'm going to leave it alone for the next, at least for the next few games while we go into February 1st here. And we'll see what happens. Leo Knutson, stop here. Oh my. Quite the rough patch here for your New York Islanders. We have an overtime win there against Tampa Bay, but we dropped 6 in a row in regulation. Carolina, Dallas, Tampa, Detroit, then there's the break there, but then a loss against St. Louis and New Jersey as well. Not too good there. So I would imagine with those 2 losses, we might have just fallen out of a playoff spot. Actually, we got extremely lucky. We got extremely lucky there that we have not dropped below Columbus just yet. But Ottawa caught up. They're now at 55 points. They were below us before. So Florida can certainly do it as well. And then Columbus might even be able to do it as well. So we cannot afford to drop too many here. I'll go 2 games at a time here. And then we'll see what happens. And presuming that we can keep winning, then we'll go ahead. But if we can't, then we got to stop it at the trade deadline. And we're going to have to call it there. Because we cannot afford to miss the playoffs this year, the year after winning the Stanley Cup. Okay, so there's a win, there's a loss. We'll go one more game. I want to see if we could get a win in response to that loss against LA. If we can't, then we're going to have to switch something up. Whether it's goaltending or defense or whatever. There you go, 3-0 win. We'll keep going. Game against San Jose. Get 2 in a row. Come on now. Keegan Colasar, he's not a prospect. We'll replace player. San Jose, come on now. 7-1 win. There you go. All right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Game back-to-backs here against the Rangers and then the Dallas Stars. Let's go now. Decline trade. Come on, boys. Yes, 6-1 win. Okay, so we're starting to get back into the groove here a little bit, but I'm not going to jinx it. Ludvig Ottoson is now injured. Jeez. All right, edit lines Manley. Yep, that's a big player. Yep, he's a first liner, so... Who's going back up to the first line here? Is it going to be Czak, Ragnarsson? I think it'll be Czak. Yeah, just because he was up there when we were having that success in, I believe it was January. So we'll get Bastian back in as well. And then Pekkarinen up. And we'll get Ragnarsson. Actually, is Pekkarinen... Pekka is a righty. We'll get Ragnarsson on the left then. Was Ottoson anywhere here? I believe he was on the penalty kill, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's a huge loss to our penalty kill as well. Our penalty kill might struggle over this next stretch here without Ottoson. He is definitely by far our most physical forward. Alright, so one player who I was considering putting on the penalty kill is Oliver Wahlstrom. He's not physical, but he does have a good ratio in terms of his takeaways to giveaways, 43 to 25, and he's even got his hits up there, 61. It's not like he's completely lacking physicality, so he's at least somewhat physical. We could get him on there. We could try him. And then in terms of the face-offs, though, we are not having Bastion there. We are gonna have, I guess we'll get Commodore back on there. So I believe that is it. Yeah, okay. And I'll check the AHL actually real quick just to make sure that everyone who's supposed to be playing is playing. No centers apparently. Left wingers, they're all dressed. Right wingers are all dressed as well. So we are injury plagued pretty much throughout the entire organization here. Actually, Knutson is a top 4 defenseman here. Okay, I didn't realize that. So we'll get Knutson back in instead of Kempney. Because I believe, yeah, all these guys are prospects, other than Kempney. Yeah, so back to the simulation. Man, all these things keep popping up. Trade for Pouliot. No, a 4-1 loss against Dallas, but that's all right. We've had a good stretch here. Let's just respond here against Dallas. A back-to-back against Dallas. A home-and-home back-to-back. Not against Dallas, against Boston. So let's get it going here. Game number 1 against Boston at home. 4-3 win. Now away at TD Garden. See what we can do. That's going to be a... Keegan Colasar is back. Okay, we'll see what happens here in the game. That's going to be a 4-1 loss. So I don't know how I feel about this team. We'll keep going here. I mean, we haven't lost back-to-back as of yet. Ottoson is back. Speaking of back-to-backs, so we'll definitely get him back in there. Okay, so Pekka down to the 4th line. Ragnarsson over here. And yeah, we'll leave that the way it is. And we'll definitely have to get Ottoson back on the penalty kill. There you go. All right. Back to the simulation. Montreal. Come on now. We have a 9-3 win. Wow. See, that's a game where I want to see a box score, EA. Where I want to go back into it and actually take a look at what happened during that game. Oh, man. Detroit, let's see. 2-1 win. Okay, there you go. Responding very well against that for that loss against Boston. Rangers, we have a slow simulation. We have a 7-2 win. Wow. Okay, so we're winning more often than not now. So I'm not sure if I feel comfortable making a trade, to be honest. We had a shaky start, and then we had a rough patch right here as well. But ever since then, we've been, for the most part, good. So I think we can honestly go past the trade deadline. I think we can, but that being said, it has been quite the bumpy season for your New York Islanders. So after this game against Toronto, we're going to leave it off here, and I want your guys' input. First period. Okay, it's a 1-1 game. Goals by Matthews and Mueller. 2 studs for the Maple Leafs and the Islanders. Second period. Okay, I'll take it. Definitely take it. 2 goals by Wahlstrom, and then a goal by Tavares. All right, so all the stars are showing up here in this game. Third period, and that is going to be a 4-3 Toronto win with goals by Matthews and Marner on Hutchinson. Ooh, not pretty, but the case still stands that we have been, for the most part, good ever since this 6-game losing streak. I think we could all agree on that, because ever since then, it's win, win, loss, win, win, loss, win. Oh, wait, is that yeah, that's the same game. Win, loss, win, loss, win, 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 loss. So for the most part, we're winning. But the question is, are we in a playoff spot? Just barely. Ottawa's behind us with 5 points. and Philadelphia is behind us by 4. We really can't afford to drop too much here because, yeah. Because the New Jersey Devils and the Columbus Blue Jackets have a game in hand on us as well. So what should we do, guys? Trades? Line changes? What should we do? I think we ended off here. Well, we'll check out the stats real quick, just so you guys have a reference as to if you want to make trades, then who should we trade? So Wahlstrom, 36 goals. Barzal, 61 points. Streit, 33 goals. He's on pace for a 40-goal season at the very least, so that's good. He's back up and running, as he should be. Mueller with 51 points. Mueller has really helped that second line, man. He's really helped it get back on its feet. Ragnarsson with 36 points. Czak with 34. Ho-Sang, 33. Riley, 32. Commodore, 31. Ottoson, 26. Pouliot, 20. Severson, 17. Pekka 16. Wild, 16. Butcher, 14. Hines, 13. Durette with 12. Montour with 12. Bastian with 1 in 8 games. And Walfredson with nothing. Plus minus. Wahlstrom plus 26. And the lowest minus is Ho-Sang, minus 13. Shots. Let's see. Yep. Wahlstrom, what's new? 258. And then Streit is next with 160. My goodness. Shooting percentage. Streit has the highest with 20.6. That is insane. And then Wahlstrom with 14%. Game winners. 5 goals for Ottoson and Mueller. Or game-winning goals for Ottoson and Mueller, I should say. Power play goals. Wahlstrom has 9. Power play points. Wahlstrom and Barzal have 14 each. Time on ice. Riley with a 26-10. And, geez, Barzal's on there for over 20 minutes a game as a forward. It's ridiculous. Face-off percentage. Commodore, 56.9. He's our best center now. In terms of face-offs, he really is. And then Barzal. More or less the same. Then Pouliot and Czak kind of struggling there. Well, Czak actually... No, Czak isn't a center at the moment. I believe, anyway. Yeah, because Mueller. So where's Mueller? 50.7. Okay, not terrible. Hits. 126. Ottoson, 116. Takeaways to giveaways. Barzal. Wahlstrom. Ho-Sang. They're all good. Streit could be a little bit better. Commodore, same thing. Ragnarsson's good. Riley's good for a defenseman. And then Pekka, very good. Butcher, very good. Oh my. 37-37. Hines, 36-37, could be a bit better. Czak is good. Ottoson could be a bit better. Montour is good for a defenseman. Mueller could be a lot better. 31-45. But you know what? He's gotten that second line going, so I'm not complaining too much. Pouliot, 30-27. He's doing well. Severson, 24-37. He's doing well for a defenseman. Durette. Okay, so his ratio has gotten a little bit back up there, but that's not really too surprising, to be honest. Bodie Wild, 20-59. Bastian, 1-4. Walfredson, 1-3. Fights. Durette with 2. And then goaltenders. There you go. Hutchinson with a 9.05, 4 shutouts, and Oda with a 9.11 save percentage. So that'll be it for stats. Let me know what we should do at the trade deadline, and I'll see you guys in the next one.